She said she wanna come say where the G's at. She got a nose for it, she know where the cheese at. But all that attitude you brought, you need to leave that. Hey, fucking me's a privilege, I don't really need that. Yeah. Peace, love, and about it. Here, greet y'all. It's good. It's Shot Stage return for another amazing video. What's up? What it do? It is Gemini season. Okay, so you know, as a fellow Gemini, I'm showing out. I'm taking time out this month to pop my shit outside of Leo season, because I also do claim Leo season too. I got Leo Mars. So outside of Leo season, Gemini's is our season. So what up though? Hi, hello, welcome back. Thank you for everybody who's been supporting me. Again, thank you for your comments, thank you for your likes, thank you for your watches. Okay, so in today's lesson, I want to talk about destiny swapping. Okay, because I don't really hear a lot of people talking about destiny swapping. Okay, and also I want to talk about jealousy. Okay, so I want to talk about jealousy, destiny swapping, and I want to talk about, I'm using Young Thug and Rich Homie Quan as an example of people destiny swapping with you and they not able to kind of keep up the vibration in which they swap with you. Does that make sense? Okay, I'm gonna break it down. So as you know, we are in a spiritual war. Okay, as we begin to move through the full-time band, okay, we are experiencing a shift in consciousness. We are experiencing a shift in those people who are in New Earth and those people who are in Old Earth. Okay, there are people who are of Old Earth who want to keep the vibration on the planet low so they can continue to enslave the human race to accumulate wealth for them while they do all our magic against us and yada yada yada. All that shit's over. Okay, so it's the elites still want to keep the vibration on the planet low so they can continue to do the bullshit that they always been doing. Okay, and then you have the New Earth where everybody is coming into fifth dimensional consciousness. Fifth dimensional consciousness is really just living from the heart space. Okay, so this is why it's really imperative that no matter what you've been through, you keep your heart space open and live from your heart space. And your heart space, again, is not to serve others and love others and kumbaya with anybody you motherfucking see. No, the heart space is literally doing what you desire to do, being in full alignment with the self, and that means being in full alignment with the heart. Okay, so again, there are beings and there are people who want to prevent that from happening. Okay, so now we're in the midst of spiritual war. If you see it, you see it. If you don't, I don't know what the fuck to tell you. Okay, just like down here, law of correspondence, as it is in heaven, so it is on earth. Just like how the military uses different forms of warfare, there are different forms of spiritual war. So for example, in the physical world, we have aviation warfare, we have maritime warfare, we have information warfare, we have and we also have biological warfare. Okay, these are various different methods these are various methods basically to achieve, you know, war. Okay, and same thing in the spiritual world. So destiny swapping is a form of spiritual war. Now, what is destiny swapping, you ask? I'm going to tell you. Okay, destiny swapping is basically you are spiritually manipulating somebody else's life path and you're giving them your negative karma. Okay, it also can be defined as, because I got two definitions here. You know, I got an iPad now, so you know what I'm saying, we level it up. Okay, another definition that I have of destiny swapping is altering one's predetermined fate or life path with that of another individual. And usually people who destiny swipe with other people are typically people who are gifted. So you can have a talent, you can be chosen, or you can just have some type of special abilities. Okay, and a lot of people will attempt to steal that from you because they have a lot of negative karma that they have not worked through. So they try to take the shortcut and destiny swap with others. Some are successful, some are not. This has happened to me twice, and you already know I got my stripes in spiritual warfare. You can't fuck with me, I'm the general, okay? So, but I know how to navigate it compared to other people like Rich Homie Quan, who don't really know how to navigate those spiritual waters when things happen. Destiny swapping can occur in many ways, many different ways, okay? I'm only speaking from my experience and what I've observed. There are many other forms of destiny swapping. In the occult, destiny swapping doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing, but we're talking about the negative aspects of it, okay? So how it's really done, how somebody destiny swaps with you is they get around you, they gather your personal information so they can have access to your birth certificates, your name, your whereabouts. Some people can access your Akashic records. So this is why I be saying, don't be getting a reading from everybody, baby, because when you get a reading from everybody, that's like you letting somebody in your Akashic records too. And you like I said, you never know, okay? They can do it through spell work. You can destiny swap through spell work. This can happen when people are attempting to steady you and copy you, okay? And that can also manifest as people taking your ideas. I've had that happen to me plenty of times. Attempting to ruin your reputation, okay? That's one form of destiny swapping. Somebody astral projecting into your dreams, and people can also destiny swap with you by gang stalking you and pinning people against you, okay? So these are all ritualistic forms of destiny swiping. Now, when we talk about rituals doesn't necessarily mean you have to have a whole bunch of candles and say chants and shit. Rituals can be you setting something up in place for something to go down. So a ritual can be like, I get a bunch of people to meet me at your job to confront you about something. That's a ritual. You setting something up to have an intention. Basically, a ritual is when you preset conditions to achieve an end result, okay? That is called a ritual. Even brushing your teeth is a damn ritual because you do it every day at a certain amount of time to achieve a result, right? So rituals doesn't necessarily have to be candles and all your spookism, and don't have to necessarily be that. It's just you setting some shit up so you can achieve a intended intention. Okay, so I want to talk about personally Rich Homie Quan and Young Thug. Now, and I've observed this over the years, and I always thought it was weird. Like, this was before I got into my spiritual path. Like, when I was in college, Rich Homie Quan was popping. Okay, he had hit after hit after hit after hit. Okay, and then I remember when Young Thug, he dropped his first single, was Stoner. I'm a stoner, I'm a stoner, I'm a stoner. Yeah, I'm a stoner. That, okay? And if you pay attention, because I be paying attention to shit. I don't know about other people. I pay attention. If you pay attention, when they started to hang out, okay, they made hits together, cool. And then you got Birdman in the mix. Then all of a sudden, you know, a year and a half go by, a couple years go by, and then Rich Gang or Young Thug and Rich Homie Quan are separated. They're no longer friends. So when they ended up separating, Thug became up here and Rich Homie Quan kind of fell to the background. And I thought that was weird because Rich Homie Quan, everybody expected his momentum to pick up. Everybody expected, and I know I did, like, especially that mixtape he dropped that summer, that Never Gonna Stop or some shit like that. That shit was hot. That was hot. So he was building some form of momentum. And then some shit happened with Thug, and then Thug basically blew up because when Thug first came out, Thug's sound was different. Okay, but it's like, this is just how I interpret it. Thug's sound was different, but because he was fucking with Rich Homie, niggas gave him a pass. Like, okay, well, this nigga mumbling, saying all different types of shit. I don't know, but okay, fuck it, we fucking with it because, oh shit, this person named Young Thug they're associated with Rich Homie. So I feel like everybody in the music scene, as a listener, you accept it, okay? You're accepting this person because of who he's affiliated with, okay? So I genuinely believe that Young Thug destiny swap with Rich Homie, okay? Looking at even looking at their birth charts, I think Thug is a Leo. I don't know everything, but I think Thug is a Leo sun and like a Scorpio moon or some shit like that. And then Rich Homie is a Libra sun with the Scorpio Venus. He got Scorpio in his placements too. And if you know anything about Pluto and Scorpio placements, I got heavy Pluto in my chart. So we tend to attract a lot of drama and a lot of jealousy because of our perceived power. If you have a Scorpio placement or a Pluto placement, people already put you up here. So this is why you get people trying to fuck with you, people trying to get a reaction out of you, especially because they've already put you on a pedestal. They're already competing with you in their head, and you're not even doing shit. You feel me? You just going about your day, living your life. You thinking you cool with them, and then the whole time they comparing themselves to you when you're literally just existing. And I think it was a mixture between, not only Birdman got kind of some iffy energy to him. Even when you look at him, his energy is very dense. So I feel like it was a mixture of Rich Homie being associated with Birdman, and Birdman already had fell out with Lil Wayne over some shit, because you know Lil Wayne and Birdman used to be tight. So after Rich Homie signed with Birdman, I think that energy kind of played a hand too, because you got all that. It's like some of these record owners / rappers, they do siphon energy from their artists, like Suge Knight. Suge Knight was very influential, to the point where if you look at early Tupac and his behavior compared to when he died, I do attribute Suge Knight being a part of that, because it's like kind of like he changed Tupac a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, yeah, you with that gangster shit, but sometimes he was doing too much. He was doing too much. And you gotta kind of be careful about the people that you associate with, because whoever you associate with, you begin to merge energy. If they are quote unquote low vibrational and negative, if you don't have no spiritual discipline, no spiritual boundaries, they're gonna drag you along to hell with them. Or if you high vibrational and that person's low vibrational, that low vibrational person has no choice but to come up to you while you stay in that high vibration. If they don't come up to you, then they just gotta go away. That's just natural physics, you know? So I think having a mixture of Birdman in the mix did kind of have an influence. Ego, when niggas start getting money, it start to go to their head, especially if you come from the hood. You know, having money changes you, because wealth brings you in. Wealth opens the opportunity for more things. Okay, when you have wealth, you have access to a lot more opportunities and a lot more experiences than compared to people who don't have wealth. So I also think that that attributed to it too. And like I said, I already know Atlanta niggas, they like niggas around them. Like I said, ego and then ego in the mix and shit like that. Now, how I think the destiny swap happened. Now they're saying that, oh, Rich Homie has said some homophobic shit against Thug, and that's how they fell out. That's not why they fell out. They fell out because some shit happened prior to that. And how destiny swapping works is, destiny swapping, it starts by, well, this is a form of how it starts. It can start by an altercation. So if you do something to me, and then you mad that I'm retaliating against it, clash, conflict, chaos, right? And out that chaos, when you match somebody's vibration, when somebody bring your vibration low, aka Quan brought his vibration a little bit lower to Thug. Once you do that, once you meet with somebody who has a lower vibration than you, And that's why I'm saying, like, that's why I'm an advocate for, don't respond to negative energy. Like, as a Gemini, you know, we like to talk, we like to pop off, but life is teaching me that silence is more powerful than anything, because people will do shit to you because they already, like I said, in their mind, they already see you up here. They already trying to get like you. How can I do this? How can I do that? Okay. So what I think was, it was an altercation that happened, and a lot of people saying it was some street shit that happened. So it was off the record, outside of the industry. So some street shit didn't happen between Rich Homie and Thug. Quan gets brought down to a negative frequency, and in that negative frequency, a nigga like Thug is like, yeah, I got him. Yeah, and that's where gaslighting me coming. That's where sometimes people be gaslighting you and projecting their negative shit onto you, because you're in that window of being in low vibration. Instead of just staying up here, instead of just staying in heaven, you come down to hell. And what do they say? When you lay in shit, you get fleas, or when you lay with dogs, you get fleas. Okay, so instead of staying on your throne, aka high vibrational shit, when somebody triggers you or do some post shit, you don't come down with the dogs, because you're going to get the dog's fleas. Okay? So I feel like altercation happened. They already wasn't fucking with each other, but they still tried to move forward and do shows together and still keep it professional, keep it business. And I think Thug had portrayed his negative qualities onto Rich Homie. And because Rich Homie, a lot of people, especially men, are not affluent in keeping their spirit. Like, you have to, like, when people try to try you, you have to keep your light. You got to keep your, because emotional reactions will get you out of that equilibrium of, okay, this shit ain't right. Like, usually people will be like, A plus B equals C. This shit ain't right. Let me take my shit. But I think that Rich Homie actually did care for Thug, so his emotions is intertwined with Thug's vibration. As a result, Young Thug came in and destiny swapped with that nigga. So I think after that is when Rich Homie has said some homophobic shit against Thug. And in reality, Thug is gay. Let's be honest. The nigga wasn't lying. Like, Thug is gay. Like let's be honest. Young Thug is gay. He like niggas. Let's be real here. Cause I used to have a friend who used to be so in love with Young Thug. I remember a video when Young Thug nigga was in the studio with a bunch of niggas. They had gay porn on the fucking TV while they're recording, bro. That's what I'm saying. The industry is weird. The industry is weird. So it's not like Quan lied at the same time, but here come the gaslighting. Oh, why would you say that on stage? Because I guess while Quan was performing on stage, some nigga tried to grab his, like, either his leg or his crotch. Some niggas tried to grab him in an inappropriate way. And I guess Quan got on the mic. He's like, I ain't on that Thug shit. Don't touch me like that. Some shit like that. And then here come the gaslighting when Young Thug like, oh, I can't fuck with you no more. Why would you say that? Knowing that you're trying to swap destinies with me, nigga. So I don't think Rich Homie was acute enough to keep his gifts in equilibrium. Okay. So as a result, they separate, and you notice Thug start to take off, and it seemed like Quan is just in the background. And you know, Quan dropped music, but people wasn't really invested in it like they was with Young Thug, and that is an example of destiny swapping. Now we see with Young Thug has been in jail fighting for his freedom for 2 years now. Okay, he's been at Fulton County fighting for his freedom. Niggas talking about free Thug. Now this is what happens when you don't know how to sustain the energy that you swap with. It's equivalent to like it's equivalent to, like, let's say I take the engine out of a Corvette and swap it with a 1995 Honda. Now the body of the 1995 Honda, the owner ain't get a new paint job, you ain't rotate the brakes, you're not doing anything from this 1995 Honda, and then you're trying to put this Corvette engine in this 1995 Honda. It might work for some time. The Corvette engine, you switch out the Corvette engine with the Honda engine and it might work for some time. But eventually that shit is going to break down because you haven't properly maintained the body of the 1995 Honda with this brand new 2024 Corvette engine. So now you're going to have problems. Now you sitting here in your 1995 Honda flying down 285, I-75 for my Detroit people, and your shit break down. And now you try to get it fixed. Now it's costing all these repairs. All these repairs that basically you're writing a check that your ass can't cash on some type shit. So this is what happened with Young Thug now. Young Thug is now going through, you can say, karma. Because if you don't work through your negative karma or your karmic debt is just lessons that you need to learn, okay? Lessons that you need to learn that's embedded within your spirit that's going to keep attracting things to you until you learn the lessons from it. So because this nigga didn't want to learn the proper lessons that he wanted to learn, he said, oh shit, I see Quan on the come up. I like him. And even when you look at Rich Homie Quan, look at his Instagram. Quan is a chill dude. And even when you look at him, he got that Libra to him. Like, he a rapper, but he's sophisticated. I study him. I study people. He's a very sophisticated, chill, humble dude. And he was even humble after the destiny swapping. And it's like, in a way, he didn't know how to navigate that. So it's just like he accepting it. He being a bigger person. Like, yeah, no, ain't no beef. That's still my brother. Da, 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 da. Nigga, fuck that. Fuck that. Like, and you know, Libras don't like confrontation, honey. But fuck that. Like, that's my brother. That nigga stole your destiny, nigga. That nigga stole the energy that was meant for you. The path that was meant for you to go on, he stole it from you. And this is what people can do to you. It's happened to me twice. At least it tried to happen to me twice. People tried to alter my path twice. But because I'm affluent and I'm really, so my soul is very strong. I can't even be depressed. Like, times where I really just want to be depressed for a long time, my soul will not allow it. Like, even if I try to think negative, my soul won't allow me to stay in that space for too long. I don't know what it is. My soul just ain't having it, because my soul is like, bitch, we got shit to do, okay? But a lot of people are not in tune with themselves like I am, okay? So, back to Thug. That's why Thug is going through what he's going through now, because he did not have, it's the law of rhythm, okay? The pendulum swings. When you're rich, you're poor. When you're up, when you're down. When you're happy, when you're sad. And the whole purpose of the law of rhythm is to prevent things from going towards that other spectrum. So if I'm happy, you have to find a way to maintain for that pendulum to stay on you being happy, or it's going to require you to have a situation where it's going to take you on the other side of the pendulum. But if you're smart and if you're an alchemist, you can create your own conflict to keep your pendulum to happy. You get what I'm saying? Does that make sense? And I was a little skeptical. About, you know, accusing Young Thug of destiny swapping with Rich Homie Quan, until I remember when, okay, Lil Wayne, people were asking Lil Wayne for the Carter 6. And Lil Wayne was just like, okay, give me some time. The Carter 6 is coming, da da da. So this is when Thug is still building his momentum. So remember when Young Thug tried to name his album The Carter 6, but for copyright reason, he had to change it to The Barter 6. You feel what I'm saying? The nigga wasn't even satisfied, and that's how I knew, like, okay, I'm not lying, because why would you try to intercept on the Carter 6, nigga? Like, you haven't been out as Wayne. The Carter album, that's Lil Wayne's thing. But here you go trying to steal and destiny swap. I'm the new Lil Wayne. That's how I knew. Like, nigga, you're a destiny swapper. You're a parasite. You're a bottom feeder. Even though Young Thug is cool, his style is cool, some of the shit he do is cool, okay. But at the end of the day, that's a motherfucking bottom feeder. Because he tried to do the same shit with Lil Wayne. Okay. But because Lil Wayne's a little bit more experienced, of course it didn't happen. It's like, at that point, nigga, you trying to bite off more than you can chew. But Leo's son, okay, when Leos achieve success, especially the men, when Leo men achieve success and shit, they get real arrogant, real confident, to the point that you think that you can destiny swap with Lil Wayne and try to steal his album cover and call it the Carter 6. That's why the album that he tried to steal from Lil Wayne is called The Barter Six. He had to change the C to a B. And that's how I knew, like, nigga, he destiny swapped with Quan because he tried to do it with Lil Wayne. And Lil Wayne wasn't having that shit. Lil Wayne had a little bit more experience and season in the game, so he was able to firmly plant his feet. It wasn't even, he was trying to firmly plant his feet. It's just, nigga, you weren't finna do that, nigga. You sitting here, you an ant trying to destiny swap with a giant, nigga. It's not gonna work. So that's how I knew. That's another example of how Thug tried to destiny swap with somebody else, because he tried to destiny swap with Lil Wayne with that Carter 6 album, and that shit ain't working. He ended up looking stupid. So that's how I knew for sure that nigga a leech. Okay, be careful out here. It's very imperative that you do not hang around people who want to be like you, okay? And I say this with the most love in my heart. You cannot afford to be around jealous people, especially in the midst of spiritual world. We're to the point now where I don't care if you feel weird, an inkling of weird. Because I have friends that I have to do this too. If I feel like you giving even an inkling of weird vibes in my stomach, you got to go. Because you know why? We living in a time now where people will kill you off the stupidest shit. People will kill you because you look pretty. People will kill you because you're making more money than them. People will kill you because your ass is fatter than them. People will kill you because you're getting more attention than them. People will kill you because the bitches is fucking with you and the bitches ain't looking at them. People will kill you over that shit. Do you understand me? So at this point, especially if you're on your path, you should not be associated with people who exhibit jealousy. You already see what happened to that, what's her name? Shaquilla Williamson, that girl who took a vacation with her and her friends down in Mexico. And when they came back from the trip, the girl was dead because deep down, and that girl was pretty too. She was pretty. She was her own entrepreneur. And deep down, she knew her friends wasn't fucking with her. So they killed her. Okay? They killed her. A bunch of Black Americans. And she considering them their friends. You feel what I'm saying? Like, people will kill you over what you have. They can even have more than you financially and still will get jealous and envious of you. At this point, I don't care. Don't risk it. Don't risk it. And I had to do this with two of my friends. Two. So now I'm only down to one friend. That's me and Amara. That's really my only friend that I got, baby. That's it. I only got one friend. Everybody else, weird. But I love them from a distance. But being under the same roof or the same house as somebody and you giving me a weird feeling, hell no. Because, envy is low vibrational. Okay, so, and I keep telling y'all, when people exhibit low vibrational behavior, that is a window for demonic possession. And I keep telling y'all, the demons at the bottom who like envy, jealousy, chaos, and shit, the bottom feeder demons, not the smart demons. The bottom feeder demons have more of an ability to hop into those people who exhibit those traits to do you harm. Okay? So this is why I'm saying there should be no reason why you should still be hanging around jealous people. Leave them alone. Go about your way. If it feels weird, if that's the one thing I've learned in the 29 years of my life, okay? If it feels weird, it is weird. Don't second guess it. Don't gaslight yourself. Don't deny it. If it feels weird, it is weird. And make sure y'all tag somebody. Send this to Rich Homie, please. For the love of God, send this to Rich Homie, because baby, you need to know what happened to you. Sometimes I used to be like that. I used to be nice to the people I didn't know that was really fucking me over. But at the end of the day, you don't get a reward for doing that. You don't get a reward for being a bigger person or not being confrontational. You don't get a reward for that. There's no reward 50 years down the line for that shit. Okay, you gotta claim that shit. Somebody please tag Rich Homie Quan. I'm sorry that it happened to you, baby. Like I said, Quan was on a momentum. He had his momentum going. Here come this leeching ass, weirdo ass nigga merging, and it's like this. Here Thug, here Quan, yeah, they vibing together, and then like this, merge, and then I take your shit. Now you like this. And then now I gotta point the finger at you like, yeah, you did this. Now I gotta gaslight you. Knowing that I'm fucked up and I stole your destiny. And that's why that nigga in jail. And I hope that nigga don't get out of jail, because spirit will sit your ass down until you learn them lessons. Okay. So Young Thug getting out of jail is not from evidence. Young Thug getting out of jail based on the lessons that he was supposed to learn prior to meeting Rich Homie Quan and Rich Gang. Okay, so fuck whatever evidence they trying to come up with. That ain't gonna be the determiner for him beating his case. Is, can you alchemize? Can you learn the lessons that you were supposed to learn, Negro? Can you rebalance the scales? Can you put back what you took? Can you make shit right in the lessons that I'm trying to teach you? And then I'll let you out of jail. But if you still like, oh no, fuck the lawyers and then your ass gonna sit there. Okay, so somebody please tag Rich Homie. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I've been wanting to do this video for a long time now, and I hope that what I said makes sense, because I've really been feeling this and I think it's true, and I want to start doing more analysis on things in the industry, because I be seeing these industry people. I be seeing through motherfuckers. Like, I know, like, before this shit with Diddy happened, I had a dream about Diddy. Okay, I had two, but one in particular I remember. I was with Kanye, and then I ended up meeting Diddy. Kanye, for some reason, that's how I know Kanye a real nigga. For some reason, Kanye agreed to let me stay in his house and pay all my expenses. In the dream, I didn't have to worry about nothing. I could go anywhere, do anything, and I was staying at his house. And while I was staying in his house, I think in the dream, he was just out handling business. He was never going to be at the house, but he trusted me enough to stay there. And he paid all my expenses. And for some reason, I don't know if he went to like some Diddy event or whatever, but in the dream, I remember it was like this little building, and it was a party, and everything was dark around Diddy. Like, the lights was really dim. I mean, you could tell niggas was having fun, but I already knew in the dream, like, don't have too much fun because you're gonna get in some shit that you can't. So I remember Diddy was trying to coerce me, well, quote unquote coerce me, to leave Kanye alone. And he was trying to sell me on the idea, basically, what Kanye doing for you, I can do for you. But I knew that it was gonna come with a price. I knew it, but it's like he was trying to coerce me to, oh, Kanye ain't doing that for you, I can do that. But I knew if I was to go to Diddy, it was gonna come with a price, and I felt that heaviness, so I had to put some boundaries, like whatever, yeah, just laughing it off or whatever. And then I remember too vividly in the dream, Diddy's first baby mama, who's it, Justin Combs' mom, the light-skinned girl, the light-skinned lady, Justin Combs' mom. I remember she was at a table, and I was talking to her at the table, and she was talking to me too. But it's like when she was talking, it's like she wasn't saying what she wanted to say. You feel what I'm saying? Like, she was talking to me, but in the dream, Justin Combs' mom, his first baby mom, it's like she wanted to say more than me, but I can tell, like, she was holding back. She was just like, well, you know how people do, like, well, that's on him, or yeah, well, that's what he do, or like, she was like kind of like that in the dream. So that's kind of how I knew, like, I be getting insights to these celebrities. And that's what I'm saying, like, I need to be hired as a spiritual advisor. I don't want to be in the spotlight. I don't want to be taking pictures. I want to be hired as a spiritual advisor to some of these celebrities, because I know whoever I'm attached to gets spiritual protection, and they know that too. Okay, so I want to start doing my analysis over the years that I've collected. I want to start doing that in more videos, just so how you can see how this energy be playing out in real time, so y'all can understand that we are at war. We are on a dimension at war, and there are two different kinds of people. There's new earth people and there's old earth people. And you got to figure out which one you want. So, this is my video. I hope y'all enjoy. Again, I'm still doing natal chart readings, so hit me up for that. If you want a sample to see how the reading looks, I can send you a sample to see how the reading looks. And until then,